Okay, hi there. Here's a short video looking at some of the key drivers of globalization and also some of the causes of de-globalization. So what are three factors contributing to globalization? Perhaps you want to spend a minute or so writing down your own answers. If so, just press the pause button. So three factors contributing to globalization. Well, fundamentally, of course, it's advances in technology, technological progress. The internet, for example, has facilitated global communication and allowed businesses in both high and low-income countries to reach customers around the world. You'll be familiar, hopefully, with containerization, which has made the shipping of products more productively efficient and affordable. A second key aspect for me of globalization is the globalization of a wide number of financial markets. So the growth of international stock markets and the development of derivatives have enabled investors to invest in a range of global assets, such as bonds and shares. And thirdly, migration. Yes, we've seen a huge rise in the number of people of labour of migrant workers across the world. And that's been facilitated in part by open border policies, but also by the growth of international student exchange programmes, and the movement of highly skilled workers have facilitated the transfer of knowledge and expertise. Indeed, there is a global battle for talented workers of all kinds. And when countries suffer labour shortages, or perhaps suffering the longer-term effects of brain drains, they may tweak and change their migration policies to take that into account. So technology, globalisation of financial markets and migration are three of many factors that have contributed to globalisation. Equally, it's just important to be aware that there is, according to many analysts and experts, a process of de-globalisation happening in the world economy. So why might de-globalisation be occurring? Well, again, here are three potential reasons. De-globalisation refers to the process of reducing or perhaps reversing the integration and interdependence of national economies and societies that has been a defining feature of globalisation. The first reason is protectionism. Yes, particularly since the global financial crisis of 2008 onwards, there has been an increase in tariffs and non-tariff barriers. Perhaps the best example was the United States-China trade war from 2017 onwards, which saw both countries locked into a defective competitive strategy and imposing tariffs on each other's goods. And that did cause quite a big fall in trade between the two countries. According to the World Trade Organization, the average import tariff imposed by G20 countries, the main industrial high-income countries, increased from 8% in 2017 to 10% in 2020. And many other countries have introduced a range of non-tariff barriers as well. A second potential cause of deglobalization is what's called reshoring of production. I think this has been accelerated by the supply chain problems caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. The pandemic exposed the vulnerabilities of global supply chains and has prompted some companies to reshore or nearshore their production closer to or inside their home country. And the third aspect, I think, is the rise of political populism and nationalism. We've seen a range of populist leaders, haven't we, elected, parties arguing that globalisation has led to the loss of jobs, particularly in manufacturing, and a decline in national sovereignty. And one can make an argument for saying that in 2016, the Brexit referendum result was driven in part by populist sentiment, with proponents arguing that leaving the European Union would allow the UK to establish greater control over its borders and reduce the influence of the European Union. So protectionism in terms of tariff and non-tariff barriers, reshoring of production and growing economic populism and nationalism are three factors that might be causing de-globalisation. There we go. Hope you found this video useful. Take care. See you soon.